I always had dreams since I was 5 years. Strange visions. And I was really scared about this. I didn't want to go to Tibet. So I asked my father. He's not answering.
Questo è più facile. Anche adesso va bene perché se no la mettiamo troppo.
Ma però che non fa male. Nel mio borsa nera lì c'è mala, è borsa del mala, piccolo. Tutto fatto?
Ma direi di sì. Questa borsa della festa è benissimo.
My father is a famous Tibetan master known by a lot of people. He had to escape from Tibet, so he feels this responsibility. It's like a mission. He knows that the Tibetan culture has a great value. The problem is that I don't know this, or maybe I didn't know this, and I didn't care about this 20 years ago.
Via, via, vieni via di qui. Niente più ti lega a questi luoghi, neanche questi fiori azzurri. Via, via, neanche questo tempo grigio, pieno di musica.
As long as I remember, my father was always traveling to teach Dzogchen, the highest path in Tibetan Buddhism.
We are being aware.
In Tibet, Dzogchen was kept secret. My father went against the rules of the Tibetan system, and he was the first to teach it in the West.
This is for me, issue.
Many were expecting him to be a monk and teach in a formal way, but not my father.
Vieni via con me. Entra in questo amore buio, non perderti.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up. Rinpoche is arrived.
Many people today, they have a very passive idea. They think, oh, I go to a teacher. There is a wonderful teacher, powerful teacher. I go in front of this teacher and stay there, and then I receive transmission. And then they say, oh, I feel a very strong vibration from this teacher. I receive something. And the Westerners speak always vibration. Vibration sometimes is useful, but not main thing. Principle in the Dzogchen teaching which we ask is, you open your eyes, you open your senses, you observe, you discover your condition, your limitations. Why? Because that way you can discover how is real your condition. That is good for you.
Via, via, vieni via con me. Entra in questo amore buio, pieno di uomini. Via, entra e fatti un bagno caldo. C'è un accappatoio azzurro, fuori piove un mondo freddo. That's wonderful, that's wonderful, that's wonderful. Good luck, my baby, that's wonderful, it's wonderful, that's wonderful. I dream of you. Chips,
The life jacket has two mouthpieces, both for everything.
Prego. Ma deve portare anche questo giù.
Rosa, ci abbiamo un po' di liquore? Il bicchiere così ci vuole, uomini semplici, uomini normali. Siamo pronti a mangiare.
I see my father once each year, maybe, no? For 3 or 4 days. We talk about something very general.
Aggiungete soia, sale, tutto quello che volete, perché qui non c'è.
We don't have a real emotional relation, me and my father. At least my sister, my mother, they have, but I don't have really. We are quite far away.
Tutti sono molto egoisti.
My father don't understand the concept of being father and son. He always treat me like the son of a master, not a father and son of any Italian family.
Tanto di pulisci, dai.
Sono bagnati per adesso.
Sono partito. Non ho avuto tempo di vedere.
Da questo io voglio ricavare una presentazione in letteratura tibetana.
My father has never expressed himself when he was a kid. When he was young, he was taken from his parents. He had to stay in monastery and study from 4 or 5 in the morning and to act already like a master. But I don't understand why if we are living in Italy, we have to act in this way.
Questa parte è un po' simile al Tibet orientale, sai? Il Tibet orientale dove non c'è foresta sono così. Ecco per la montagna. In Tibet, my family was a very, very ordinary family. In the countryside, they are working very hard in the field. When I was 5 years, a very important Lama came to my house. They brought letters of reincarnation, say I am a Rinpoche, a reincarnation of a Lama called Dharma Raja. In general, when we say birth of reincarnations, most of the time they have some signs. My uncle, Changchub Dorje, told me later, when I was born in the winter time, most of the time there is also snow. The morning I was born, it seems a little strange, but there was many flowers. So they consider that as a sign.
My father arrived to Italy and he had to start from zero. Because he was a Tibetan scholar, he was asked to teach Oriental languages in the university in Naples, where he still works.
Una specie di chiesa. Questo solo c'è.
My mother, she was very young, about 18, 20, something like this. And my father was 10 years older. He was Catholic. Then she became interested in Buddhism. They met at a painting show, something like this. Then they start to have a relation and they get married. When my father had to travel, to move, we remained three, me, my sister, and my mother, and no people came. When my father came, a lot of people.
Io godo così quando devo godere qualche cosa. Anche se un giorno non mi dispiace. Ah, bello. Godo. Però non è che dimentico samsara. Mi ricordo benissimo, ancora sta nel samsara.
My family is composed of hundreds of people. I mean, there wasn't anymore a family. Every day there were students from the university at home asking for Dzogchen teachings. How can you study if you have always a person maybe sleep in your room? It was always like a happening.
Io ogni sera esco.
Cosa vuoi portare?
I libri.
Quale?
I miei libri.
Quale sarebbe il tuo libro?
Questi sono tutti miei, sono.
Sei sicuro?
Sì, è tutta roba mia. Mi sarebbe pesante l'inglese questo. Sai, Jung magari ci scappa in psicologia.
Ah, che fa Jung?
Jung scappa in psicologia.
Jung sai che vuol dire?
In tibetano.
Come si chiama?
Allora non ci...
Canna di zucchero.
E allora non ci interessa, scusa, Io pensavo che era qualcosa di complicato.
Tutto aspetta, ciao.
Ciao. Buon viaggio.
Ciao.
Vai bravo.
Sei bravi.
Adesso possiamo stare in pace.
Faccio. Vita la vita. Mi ha chiesto, possiamo avere medaglie da Dalai Lama, dice noi.
Le ha portate già.
Cioè, io ho detto va bene, dice che questo è da alcune case per stare questa gente monache.
Fatto bene?
Sì, dice che ha preparato alberi, si vede. Che bello!
Madonna!
Che bello, che forma, guarda!
Bella forma adesso, anche sopra.
Gabinetto all'anticapati. Vero, non scherzo. I am Tibetan and my culture is important for me. I must save my culture, the Dzogchen teaching. So I have such a responsibility.
La sua lambretta.
Carine.
23 arriva in Italia Dalai Lama.
Marisco com'è?
Non c'è traduttore. Ha sentito così? Sì. Ci vuole qualcuno tradurre proprio in italiano, direttamente. Adesso cominciamo? Chi sono uomini forti? After I finished my studies in a monastery in Tibet, I made my teacher, Changchub Dorje.
Non alzate tanto adesso.
Changchub Dorje himself is not monk. He is a kind of yogi, a very good practitioner. Finally, I understood. Knowledge of Dzogchen teaching is not only explanation with a book, but also being with teacher, talking, doing something. There is always something related with the knowledge of teaching.
Per fare le forme?
Le basi del Dharma.
Il Dalai Lama.
Del Dalai Lama?
Ma
Secondo
conosco
te, tu sei più importante del Dalai Lama?
No!
Come no? Sei più importante, sicuro?
No.
Se ti senti fame, per esempio, chi mangia, tu o Dalai Lama?
Io?
Allora ti sei più importante. Ciascuno sente che se stesso è più importante, vero? Naturale questo.
A lot of persons used to ask me, oh, you should be wonderful living with your father, you are very lucky. It's not like this. It's not that he is in the same way with the people, with me. He used to say, if you don't behave, I send you to the monastery, or if you suffered a lot. Because the Tibetan monastery, they used to beat kids. I always hope that something like I find some holes that I can find a way to express something to my father, no? Also, the last time I saw him, I tried to explain some things, but I don't know if he understood something or not, because he doesn't express. He doesn't say, "Oh, I understand." He says nothing. He doesn't answer. He just listens.
In aprile ci sarà l'inaugurazione con il Dalai Lama dell'istituto Changchub vicino a Grosseto. E intanto grazie di essere qui nello studio. Senta, che significa Rinpoche?
Sì, Rinpoche in tibetano vuol dire prezioso, cioè un modo di chiamare un po' per rispetto il sistema tibetano.
Senta, quanti sono rimasti tibetani nel mondo?
Il Dalai Lama sempre pronuncia tibetani tutti globali, sono 6 milioni. Ecco, quindi quando è distrutto il monastero, anche sembra che le basi culturali è distrutto. Alcuni anni fa anche in Cina è stato. In 1959, Chinese occupation started in East Tibet. Chinese communists came to prison and killed many Tibetans. I had very bad dreams indicating to God. For that reason, I left. When I arrived in Italy, I don't know who is still alive or dead or what happened. Later, in 1978, someone told me that my family, everybody died.
Quindi io non sono una persona politica, ecco, prima di tutto, non ho anche fiducia per tanto politica, ma ho molta fiducia della cultura di un popolo e io vuole fare qualcosa. Sia per approfondire studi, per conoscere un po' l'autenticità del valore tibetano.
Pronto? Pronto?
Okay.
Sì.
Sognato.
Che hai segnato?
Devo capire come funziona.
Per fare così. No, per fare così.
My father's idea of life should be you always represent something.
Ecco, va bene.
He always said you are very important. Everybody's waiting for you in Tibet.
Guarda, l'ho messo bene.
You have to do as I'm doing, and you have this responsibility.
Ta da da. Ta da da.
Vai, su.
조든 디노래. 자가 주네 캔도 조금 더 와. 제가 대사 되는데.
다사 예도 내 잡아 줘.
그래.
살아가도 살아. 나 주주가 내 짝수 지도 신용.
근데 로봇 텐데 용도 봐.
어쩌다 미국 통용 뭐도. 네.对，这老快了，吓死了！对，啊，真是
My son, when he was in his mother's womb, I had dreams. Some dreams of my uncle, Changchub Dorje, who was one of my teachers. I went to visit him with my wife. My uncle gave a kind of empowerment. And that moment there is a red light. This light is dissolving in my wife. Then a very important Tibetan Lama in India, the head of Changchub school, he wrote me a letter, and he is saying, my son is a reincarnation of my uncle. So then I wrote him saying, do you mean my uncle is died? Why? Because we don't know. We have no any news from Tibet. So in my idea, still my uncle is maybe still alive in Tibet somewhere. So then this Lama, Changchub, he said he feels my uncle is no more alive, but he feels my son is his reincarnation.
Yes, I have what are commonly called the proofs, like I had a dream many times of a place, and then I recognized this place in a photo, one place in Tibet, very old place. But a lot of people could say, "Oh, this is a proof." I don't know. I don't put these kind of things as a base of a believing. A lot of people look for myths, look for legends, look for saints, for very powerful people. They like all these colors and stuff and visions and things like this. Why they don't go to the cinema? I mean, I'm here, I'm living. I don't want to be the shadows of something, of someone. Everybody says, you are so lucky of being a reincarnation. Everybody knows about me, and nobody knows me at all. What I want to do is to work as a photographer and to play music. I don't like to be not myself. I don't want this responsibility, mostly. I'm not afraid of it.
말에 삼는나야 근데 키가서는 나도 미치고 두부유 삼 챙겨야마다 민만다지 두부유 삼벌다 스트레이저스지 싸우는 재밌는 거. This is for
In general, when someone recognizes a reincarnation, then they're doing publicity and also sending in India to the monastery for training. I didn't do that because I don't want to condition a yeshe.
Lo degradiamo?
If he is a real reincarnation of my uncle Changchub, we should see how he manifests.
My father thinks that the son of a master should be similar to a master. No needs, no fears. Not in the sense of fear of the dark, fear of life, fear of living. I'm not afraid of dying, but I'm afraid of living.
Vediamo se è questo. Ehi mamma!
Ciao!
Ciao, sono appena arrivato, sono in macchina finalmente.
Dove sei?
A Roma, a Roma, Fiumicino, sto tornando a casa.
Ti ha dato tutto bene?
Having children, having a family, having a career was an important wish. As soon as I decided to get married, then I applied for a stable job. I was working with IBM, driving a lot. I had to get into a certain kind of social environment, no? You're driving best car possible, you're living the best way possible. People were very cool. I felt like I have to do it fast, but I didn't have much time to do that.
Posso fare anche questo?
Già addormentato?
No.
Semi-addormentato?
Anche.
Neanche.
Un quarto addormentato.
Un quarto al massimo.
Ego, salute, salute tutti.
Salute.
Ego,
Vai.
Now I live in a very common way, very Italian common way.
No, io no, pratica.
I'm happy to be a normal common father.
Buonasera. Sit down, please. Life can be one day. Life can be 1 week. Can be also some years. Our life is just like a candle lighted on an open place. One day we arrive at the end of our life. Then we notice surprise. Oh, this is the end of life. What I do now? What I did? Being present of time is very, very important. Time is passing and it is impermanence. Come va?
Questo insegnamento oggi è molto bello.
I really want to thank you from the depth of my heart.
Okay, very good.
I'm realizing my own life myself, and I think it's really due to your compassion.
Grazie per essere qui, insomma.
Va bene.
Namaste. My name's Eric, and I'm in big turmoil. I'm seropositive, and I need your help.
Yeah.
And I would like you to give me some advice, some mantras to practice, so as to get better. Please.
First, you should check well with some doctor. That is very important. But most important is also doing practice for relaxing. How Buddha said, everything is unreal, just like a big dream. That is something real, our situation. So even there are many problems, not concentrating on problems, but problems are relative. So you do your best, relax, etc., not giving importance. And then you can enjoy more life.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, everybody has problems. And the solution of these problems is my father.
Ciao.
Of course, I think that the teaching has value. But a guru is not a god. He is not like a saint, you know. Maybe for him, because of the fact that it was normal in Tibet, he thinks that it has to be like this. I can't stand this situation. You forget my father is human. The community was developing everywhere. and my father's schedule exploded. People all over the world asked him to teach. For me, my career started to run in a very fast way. I had to be the winner. It was stressful, quite stressful.
Sit down, please.
To create a stable future for the Dzogchen community, my father decided to train teachers.
We don't control ourselves with the rules.
There is no way that you learn how to do it only listening. You have to do it and practice.
It's the first time they've had two hurricanes back to back. Watch your arm here.
Now my mother follows him everywhere when he travels.
Wait.
Ma solamente venire fuori
Ma che è lì? Godere, io godo. We are present. Ka is saying, be present. Rosan kalakada yot.
차와 좀 그래 빈지는 그렇지. 제발 좀 이게.
Mesmo amor de yada de rosa kalakada. Ok. Tu vuoi andare dentro? Sì. Io apro. Ciao. Come va?
Mangia?
Piena.
Sì.
Sì.
Loro pensano che tu non partecipa.
Va bene, possono anche pensare così.
Ma pensare così non è carino, no?
Non importa, sai, perché tanto non è possibile fare sempre quello che piace agli altri.
Ma certo, sempre cerca di fare.
Non è possibile, quindi sono liberi di pensare come vogliono.
Sempre fanno il meglio per far contentare gente. Come il Papa.
Che fa il Papa?
Papa dice pace e bene per tutti, no?
No, ma il Papa lo dice anche dalla televisione, quindi non serve che vado.
Rosa's always asking me, please stay with him, no? She says, what can I do if he's having a problem? I'm too weak, no? It's dangerous when he's in the water. I'm a little bit worried to know that he's alone. Someone has to pick up from the water, no? And she's very heavy, no? You need to be strong to do this, no? Or you have to swim with him, no, for example. This is not easy. You have to swim well, no?
Ecco. Quello non vale niente.
My family, they feel very often I don't take care for much family and myself. I'm taking care more students and the community. It is not so very easy.
Ciao. Benissimo, grazie. Tutto va bene. Ciao.
If I am being a teacher for many people, I must take care also many people. I must reply people what they need. So I couldn't be an ordinary father of a family.
Grazie.
want to ask why I'm standing in the same place all the time. I'm not growing in my meditation. Nothing changed in my mind.
Practice is not for changing. Practice is for getting in your knowledge, understanding.
But I haven't got. That's not changed my knowledge.
Knowledge.
Yes.
Knowledge you receive and you discover, not change something. There's nothing very much to change. You must understand a little how mind is playing, how we are distorted with mind, etc. Not thinking I can change and that tomorrow I become someone else. Not that is the principle. One arrow.
Un cuscino un po'.
My father's illness was a shock for everybody.
Dire che è difficile, insomma.
La vita è difficile.
We were told that it was a kind of cancer.
Però come si fa qua? Bisogna togliere questo.
I was very worried because I always saw my father as a strong person, a strong character.
Dice il televisore.
È uscita per Pisa, ho preso. Dopo ho fatto la strada.
Prendere un po', no? Vuoi prendere, te ne lascio un po'?
Di questi.
My father, he needs help. But to be helped, he needs someone that is similar to him.
Perché non nelle foto.
What can I help? May I give him?
I due sotto ci sono, adesso che.
Only problems.
Adesso vado.
Appoggio qua.
Sì.
Ciao. Ciao papà. Stai bene? Mi raccomando.
Dai, ci vediamo a Ravenna.
Ciao.
Un bacio.
Ciao.
Ciao.
We know that we have problems with our father. Then when we become fathers, we have the same problem. Because we are men, so we are stupid, no? Because we repeat always the same errors.
You could pass 10 times till now.
I thought maybe there's nothing to do. Then I thought maybe I must not think only dying, but I should try for overcoming that illness, for controlling that negativity. Then I started to do practice like mantras and dream night practice. Also laying on the water, integrating in the elements, can feel something more alive. Then I discovered after 1 month diminished this illness in my blood. Even I am dying today, I don't afraid at all. Everything is illusion, unreal, just like a dream. Blood pressure, vitamin. When I have idea or something, I think it is important, then I can get easily this reply in a dream. Before I met my teacher Changchub Dorje, I have some interesting dreams, but always that is a dream. Not I am being aware in a dream. But later when I met Changchub Dorje, then developed dream, becoming aware, and now then later becoming more and more familiar with that. So I feel dream is something very important for practitioners, how can develop that capacity of practice. That's a unique way. I remained with Changchub Dorje in Tibet, maybe 6 months, something like this. I had to leave immediately because in my country, doing revolution, I couldn't remain there. Changchub Dorje also later went in a prison. Also, my uncle Changchub died in a prison.
Arrivare a fare qualcosa.
The last time when I saw my father, he told me again the story of the reincarnation. You have to go to Tibet because there are a lot of people there waiting for you. Old people know my last life. You have like a mission, no?
Certo, lo sanno, lo sanno.
I don't remember really the story of my reincarnation because I removed automatically from my memory, no? When you have a shock, no? You have an accident, you really don't remember. And this is the same thing. I removed because if I want to live, I have to live as I am now. Anyway, you are nothing now if you always think about what you were, no?
Yeah.
Hai fame, Rinpoche?
Insomma, non è come il lupo, povero Rosa. Più stanco che fame.
Cos'è l'Italia? Che roba è?
I'm sure that my father, when he says he's happy to be in Italy, is not true. He would like to go back to Tibet, but the problem is that he won't find what he left, because he lost all people that he loved. And this means that he's trying to let these people live in him. he believes most of the people around him are reincarnation of people from his life in Tibet.
Papa knows it. How long do I have? Del Dalai Lama. I am thinking often of my uncle, Changchub. He was a very, very good teacher of Dzogchen. But in his life, he had many problems with monasteries, corruption, and the bureaucracy system. And he always escaped from this situation all his life. So then I am knowing how my son was in his past life. Then I don't want any more to create these kind of problems.
Jennifer seguita. Buenas noches.
Ecco Gumba.
When come your wife?
My wife will come next month because my daughter was pregnant. We had the birth of her daughter. Human being has mainly 4 kinds of suffering. Birth, getting old, illness, and dying. So this is called samsara. Samsara is just like ocean. And every day we are swimming in that, going right side, left side, behind, everywhere. Some people say, I don't like it to swim. But it is not so easy because in samsara we are totally dependent of emotions. We are attached to people and also objects. To be free from samsara, we should learn how we can swim with less attachment and emotion.
Quanto ha oggi? 3 mesi?
3 mesi e 6 chili.
Opla.
Ti pesano?
Vediamo un pochettino la bella Maya.
You then had her first baby girl, named Maya.
Vabbè, è chiaro, giusto, giusto, vedere se c'è il papà, non c'è.
Have your own family and change your life, big responsibility.
Abbiamo qua.
Non è che ti spaventi un po' te? Vedrà.
It goes till you die, no? For a long time, I was caring much about career. I was doing very stressful project, sleeping often not at home, no? I was basically driving. When I was driving, I started practicing a lot. It's very easy, no? You put a CD, then you do Song of Vajra 100 times, something like this. I start to work in a different way, no? Giving less importance to most of my ideas. I became a lot less stressed now when I was coming back home. And then I became a lot more efficient.
In general, we are organizing the teachers, of course, courses of yantra, danza, training with Zimbabwe, as you know.
We are also a bit not so pleased because we are seeing like a division.
So we all need to know how to collaborate, and collaboration will mean how to relate to each other and not to jump upon each other.
If we work with people, many people particularly, then we need very patience. It is not so easy to make happy and agree everybody. That we say, even Buddha couldn't do that.
The more the community was growing, the worse was the general situation.
No. No, you have to ask only in that Rinpoche.
Because growing means also creating a lot more distance between students and teacher. My father was saying, when I die, everything will disappear. There will be groups and they will fight each other, just like Buddha, 18 different schools.
Many people have such confidence for following teaching. I couldn't stop. That's my culpa. Of course, if there are possibilities, not sometimes, immediately I stop, but it is not possible. There is no way I can stop. Because it has such a big responsibility. Questo colore bellissimo che mi ricordo della mia malattia.
Ah, è vero.
Deve preparare la morire, la morte. Allora ho capito che anche alberi preparano la morte. Fa finta di essere bello il colore. Poi per pochi giorni tutto cadono giù, finito. Quello che muore è quello che c'è, il fisico, no? Coscienza non mica muore. Musulmani pensano che muore. Anche cristiani. La coscienza rinnova, no? Poi manifesta un nuovo corpo, più giovane, più carino.
My father couldn't say he needed help. When I saw him deluded, this I felt doesn't correspond to the life of a teacher. From my job, I had all this experience related to organizational problems, like team leading, normal knowledge from the business world. So if the same works perfectly for a company, I'm sure this should work for the Dzogchen community. I told Rinpoche, I will come here as a normal person. I said, okay.
It seems many people, take you just as a strange guy. The fact that you are Rinpoche's son means nothing to them, or means something strange.
But
they heard something bad of you.
We can't change people's mind, no?
Yes, but many people change their idea when they see you're a very normal person, very open. And, I don't know, maybe someone will change the idea after your visit.
Yeah, it could be. I hope so. So this is what we talk about today, how we will run smoothly the retreat. First of all, we have to solve problems related with communication. Think about do you feel, from your point of responsibility, that there is a lack of communication? In what?
Ну, может быть, там в плане открытости. То есть есть как бы люди, которые как бы организуют. Сейчас есть люди как бы.
There is an issue of openness of this meeting.
They not trust to this person and they try to do.
They start to do by themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back. Who is the project manager?
We have no.
This is wrong. It's ridiculous to think that a group of people is running a retreat. You need at least one person that knows everything. What quality you should have? First of all, being able to communicate with all these people. Then, being able to be guilty. Being ready to fail, to be guilty, to have problems, to be called 24 hours a day, no? Well, why you Russian are so complicated?
I'm involved with so many things already, and I'm afraid I will not be able to do it, in a proper way. That's what I don't want to do. Just to take the responsibility and then really to fail with this job. So this is a bit.
When I think about myself, I say, but I didn't want to be the son of a master. So what I am, a mistake. A person that don't want to be what he is, and he is all to be something that he doesn't like to be. Obviously, for my father, I'm not a mistake. Because for him it's right, for me it's wrong.
Non neanche che farci, però. Perché fa scena, è bello da vedere il curva, che l'hanno messo qua, probabilmente. Perché hanno messo sta foto qui col cappello del ragù? Non sanno neanche di che monastero è, secondo me.
Sì.
No.
E chi è l'altra persona?
Khyentse Rinpoche?
Ah, Khyentse?
Sì.
Questa è tua reincarnazione?
Sì.
Ah.
As soon as I decide to take seriously teaching, no? Then I said, okay, from this moment, it's your teacher, it's not anymore your father. Then if you have problem, you have to purify this problem. And I knew I would have problem. I knew this.
Today more people, sure.
We human beings in general, we have very strong ego. Always thinking I am perfect. I know everything. Other people, guilty one, not me. For that reason, my teacher, Changchub Dorje, asked me to distinguish two different functions of eyeglass and the mirror. With eyeglass, you are looking outside. You are looking at an object. You are being in a dualism vision. When you are looking in a mirror, appear your face. Some people say, you have very strange nose, for example. I don't like. I'm thinking, I have perfect nose. But if I can see in a mirror and I have a little strange nose, then I discover. If I discovered myself, there's no discussion. So that means we must observe ourselves, our mind. How is mind?
One day I was still driving up and down to Rome. I start to have all these strange visions with water or light rays.
Sembri un ragazzo e basta.
Ah, un ragazzo normale sembro. Ma perché uno che insegna secondo te deve essere diverso? Mica devi essere vecchio con la barba per insegnare.
Sì, è vero. Tanto sei uguale, barba.
I just noticed that it was something that was not happening since a long time. When I was younger, it happened very often. A lot of people was always telling me, you have too strong a fantasy.
Che bello!
Sei bella, papà? Meno male, ancora sei piccolina, dici che papà è bello. Cazzo. Tu sei piccolina, quella crema anche tu, guarda. Che morbido adesso. Andiamo, vai, fuori. Andiamo a prendere il caffè.
The same period, I was working a lot for the Dzogchen community, no? Trying to make some change. And now these visions, instead of passing, no, was increasing. I decided I had to quit my job.
Once an Rinpoche told me, even Buddha could not make all his students happy. Yeah.
Then I start to have other dreams that I don't understand. A lot of other, with other things that I really don't know why I'm dreaming. Very precise, with a lot of indication and connected with things that happen in this month, but I don't know how to explain really what's the meaning.
And have you asked for Buddha?
Yeah, I asked, but he doesn't answer. So I don't know what to think about.
Guarda che ti racconto anche una cosa, mamma. Ho cominciato ad avere visioni dal libro. Io non vedo un libro, vedo delle parole.
Sì,
no?
sì.
Papà invece che vede un testo intero, però solo delle righe.
Lui vede il testo perché i testi sono nella lingua, no? Come lui è cresciuto.
No.
Se io capivo il francese mi arrivava in qualche modo in francese. Insomma.
Sì, no, infatti quello è così adesso. No, io non pensavo che accadeva così, in qualche mese. Tra, che ne so, 5-6 anni, no? Si manifestano le prime cose, no?
Questa cosa non è fantasia, è molto precisa, proprio questa scientifica, ero sveglio la mattina alle 9.
Oh, ma sai quante sono le cose che non sono fantasie?
Assolutamente.
Vuol dire che è povero.
Ricchi, può essere anche brutto. Sai questo maestro che si chiama Patrù Rinpoche? Che cosa ha detto?
Che ha detto?
Ha detto, se tu ce l'hai una capra, c'è problema di capra. Se tu ce l'hai un po' di soldi, c'è il problema di soldi. Se tu ce l'hai una macchina, c'è il problema di macchina.
È vero, perché uno si può rubare.
Si può rubare, deve mettere benzina. Adesso benzina costa carissimo.
Cosa è meglio?
Sì,
è meglio essere poveri.
Come dice Patrù Rinpoche.
Tanto non c'è niente. Tanto non c'è niente io. Cosa devo preoccuparmi di niente?
Sì. Ma se tu non c'è niente, non c'è da mangiare, che fai?
Cosa migliore è essere normale.
Davvero? Sotto è freddo. No, ma va bene perché è troppo calda. Ah, che bello. Che bello.
It's so difficult, this condition of student. Because I'm expecting instant recognition of my condition, no? From my father, which is my teacher. And now it's not arriving this. What does this mean? Ma poi lo devi mangiare? Lo devi mangiare poi?
Come? Come di solito dividono in padina e mangiano.
Quando c'è un'iniziazione arriva sempre qualcuno in più,
Sì.
Almeno 300 ci vogliono, guarda che vengono.
With my son, I am in general not insisting to do practice or follow your teaching. If he is really interested, of course, then I do my best for helping, for doing everything. But if someone is seriously following your teaching, there must be a confidence each other. First, you need to receive initiation. So then you have that possibility to do that practice and produce that function. Ema ho sanjin juru jibe ayun se misat ngane yamba ini thamame ba suande uje minje la ko yeme be tsamai patye ba so uje pamanduna la so sawa abie kenza amme a hum.
Dobbiamo portare?
Porta qua.
Sì.
Sarva Bekenza Ame Ahum, Sarva Bekenza Ame Ahum, Sarva Abekenza Ame Ahum, Sarva Abekenza Ame Ahum. Who wondered? You are going to do Dharma,
sì.
No?
Metto in testa e poi prendo.
Di Dharma deve mettere al centro.
Sì.
Mettere sulla testa, poi dai una,
Sì.
no?
Sì, sì.
Quello tu fai, no?
Sì.
Chi fa questo mantra? Tu. Kaya wakachita santa ame ahum, kaya wakachita sawa abekinta ame ahum, kaya wakachita sarva abekinta ame ahum, kaya wakachita sarva abekinta ame ahum.
During the initiation, I felt a lot of emotions like fear, and I had a lot of visions. These visions were very simple, like nice places, nice scene about life in Tibet. Maybe this was the beginning, but I didn't feel I have to go to Tibet or I have to do something.
Thank you very much
For something.
We'd like you to come to Berkeley now.
Yeah, maybe, like give a talk.
Ah, okay, cioè in generale you don't have special problems.
No,
Because I don't have special answers.
No, oggi è la stessa cosa, che ci voleva.
There was some kinds of expectation of me that I may manifest one way or the other way.
Yeah, you go to Rinpoche and say this. You can tell him and stuff.
Who was creating this expectation? Not only my father. Everybody was creating.
Dico, sto solo controllando il file adesso. Adesso andiamo.
Does it help that I am recognized as a reincarnation of a teacher? No. Creates only problem. Because people are expecting things more magical level.
Friday is... wait. Diego! Wait. Friday, aspetta. Friday, what's number is it?
The Friday.
It's everything okay? Everything's fine.
Andiamo. A casa. Andiamo.
Livello rituale, cosa si fa col purba?
Giova e Dova. Giova è unione.
Sì.
Giova è distruzione.
Sì.
Distruzione del tutti quelli che creano problemi per tutti gli esseri, per l'insegnamento, eccetera.
Senti, io ho fatto un sogno. C'era un monaco vestito di arancione che mi dà un purba e lui dice adesso tu lo devi lanciare per andare al di là della visione dualistica. Questo era il senso, no? E io dico sì, va bene, ma questo è un sogno, che faccio? Lo lancio? No, ma è simbolico, dice, il senso deve essere simbolico. Però a quel punto dico, per essere sicuro che il sogno non è una fantasia, guardo l'orario della sveglia. E poi effettivamente erano tipo le 4, poi mi sono svegliato, appena mi sono svegliato riguardo l'orario erano le 4:01.
Hai scritto notte per ricordare?
Sì, io scrivo sempre i sogni.
Quello è importante perché sennò dopo non ricorda più. Anche quando ricordo si può continuare, anche si può sviluppare molte cose.
Però non c'erano parole o testi. Quindi ho pensato che era un sogno interessante, però non ho capito cosa potesse c'entrare in pagina, sinceramente.
Once in summertime, I went to visit my uncle Changchub, and he told me he had a dream. There is something important to discover. He said also this indication is saying must discover openly, publicly. So then he said he felt afraid. I said, how is it possible? You have indication very precise, must discover. He said, yes, but everything depends also circumstance. Many people, when they learn something, then they say, oh, I want to teach. I want to become teacher. Of course, if you do benefit for others, that is fantastic. But then you need to have capacity to do benefit for others. For example, a person has illness and fall down on the street. Of course, you are thinking, oh, that person is suffering, I should help. If you have that capacity, it means you must be a doctor. But it is not sufficient. Only you say, oh, I am sorry, you feel bad, and you are taking in your arms, etc. Even you are giving 100 kissing, but it doesn't help. Buddha never said you need to have devotion and your realization depends on me and I make you realize. Buddha said, I give you the teaching, the path, and the realization depends on you. Thank you.
Ma ieri era nervosissimo, che è successo?
Non so, niente.
Niente. Non lo so.
Pomeriggio.
È arrivato incazzato un colpo.
Sì.
È arrivato proprio incazzato. È stato nervoso tutto l'insegnamento. Poi ha pure cazziato tutti alla fine. A sentire come sta il cavolo. Come stai? Tutto bene?
Bene, bene, bene.
Bene. Mi sembravi nervosissimo, cosa è successo? Mi sono preoccupato. Tu sei arrivato in colpo arrabbiato.
Dall'insegnamento. Questo è molto generale, no?
Ah, in generale ti senti un po' così, diciamo.
Vabbè.
Non sei soddisfatto?
Un po'.
Un po', eh. Ma delle persone non sei soddisfatto o di qualcosa in particolare?
No, non in particolare, però...
Ma perché hai visto qualcosa che non va bene?
No. Dietro c'è metolla, metoppa, metolla, cini, metolla. Sente, Chogyal.
That night I had this dream about death and rebirth. Memories about my death. It was in a terrible place, like a Chinese detention place. The feeling was about fear. Fear of the following day would be torture. The first moment, the heart stopped, like heart attack. And I was really afraid.
So I decided, final, okay, do also this last thing. I want to finish what was still missing.
To follow this path or achieve something, we have to go through all experience. I felt like I have to take responsibility. I went without saying much. I just wrote an email to my father and I said, okay, I'm going to Tibet.
E quindi loro cosa aspettano da questa visita, da questa mia visita lì?
Mettete il trono,
sì, poi
riconosce tutto il popolo, dopo basta. Ti insegna qualcosa di insegnamento.
Ma sei sicuro?
Loro solo questo. Che cosa aspettare?
Siamo già arrivati?
Questo risolviamo.
Scendiamo?
No, no.
Non devo scendere. Tanto
più di 2 mesi, tutti i gente è diventato come un pazzo. Perché è arrivato tu? Allora ho detto dal 1958 fino adesso non hai visto il maestro. Prima del problema della cinese, con il Kenze faceva il maestro della questa zona, mio padre faceva capo della questa zona. E quando ho deciso di scappare insieme, chi è guidato dalla Kenze Rinpoche e mio padre.
저는 처음에 비슷할 시에거나 저는 약간 근처서 쇼트리 니마치 콜론도 쇼홍 때문에 쇼즈즈지 니마치를 짠호는 저는 쇼즈즈지 대들 던던도 니마치 저는 헤이 비슷할 시에거나 간이 치던데 아니면 니파긴 했으면 다 들이 못 가는 거죠 또 여 등에 거지니까 Rồi thì bố nó về thì tám nó về tan đồ sa sốt thì cái gì tan đồ sa sốt thì tan đồ rong cái gì chứ cái này đi đến đâu cái đó mà cái muốn ta cũng không vào được cái cái đấy chỉ là mà cái chỉ phải
rispetto a te come uguale all'Occidente di Kenze. E per esempio lui ha avuto 2 problemi dalla fucile quando è andato seguito di Kenze, no? E ha deciso di morire con la Kenze anche adesso lo stesso.
Questo era il panorama che avevo sognato. Con questo qua, io pensavo che era un uovo, era cosa del... Però che nel sogno non c'era la base di cemento. Però guardando da là in giù era proprio questo il paesaggio, con monastero e tutto. Che pirla che non l'ho capito. È il futuro quello. Vuol dire che è giusto, che questa era l'età giusta. E poi c'erano questi qui per l'offerta e di là gli strumenti, però nel sogno non era questa la sequenza di tank, era diversa la sequenza. Non erano questi tank qua, era un po' diversa. Era tutta roba del genere, non c'era neanche questo Dharma ridicolo. Però questi c'erano, proprio così. Proprio quello? Sì, infatti io lo cercavo che non trovavo, proprio questo c'era.
I discovered that the dreams I had when I was 5 years old were more about future than past, because this small monastery and the egg were built only 3 years ago. So at least I understood that I did not wrong. Everyone has had a past life, so you may remember something. However, it doesn't change much. If you were rich or poor, it doesn't change anything. If you were a teacher or not, it doesn't change anything. If you get back your knowledge, this is something. What I'm sure I'm asking all the time, Rinpoche, he's not answering. When something is awakening, it's really beyond form. And all this experience and understanding I have now, it's like kind of stage. I don't think it's something like arrival. It's more like a passage.
Yo
The aim, final goal of all teaching is always discovering our real nature. Because when I was a small child, I was studying with nuns, Catholic school, But I don't translate like I was in monastery,
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sure.
When I'm working, I cannot even practice. It's really stress.
But what you
obstacles.
do exactly?
I'm programming, so you know what I'm talking about.
See, but stress is all job, not only this. You have to train to do what you are doing without importance, like a child is playing.
But how to do that?
But you have to get back child, no? Ciao. After Tibet, my father was not reacting in a special way. I don't know if he was happy or unhappy. For sure he was interested. For me, this is fine. I'm not expecting anything.
Mannaggia, ho sbagliato. Principio. Invece di fare maestro di Dzogchen, potevo fare musicista. Era più facile.
Più facile, Magari c'erano anche più soddisfazioni. Ma alle volte quando uno è giovane fa questi errori.
Ho scelto il sbagliato.
Errori di gioventù si pagano tutta la vita dopo,
Vieni via di qui. Niente più ti lega a questi luoghi, neanche questi fiori azzurri. Via, neanche questo tempo grigio, pieno di musiche e di uomini che ti son piaciuti. It's wonderful, it's wonderful, it's wonderful. Good luck, my baby, it's wonderful, it's wonderful, it's wonderful. I dream of you. Chips, do 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 do, do 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 do, chiboom, chiboom.